I think once I knew that Destin, because he's like, you know, a chosen brother, once I knew he was adapting it, I read the book because I wanted to know what he was up to. I was sort of amazed by this story. And then eventually when it came around and I got the part, read the book again, and I'm just continued to be inspired and amazed by her honesty. Well, the person Jeanette is so strong and funny and insightful and full of forgiveness, and she's incredibly resilient, and that's a quality that I really admire about her, is that she is completely herself and not trying to be anybody else other than that, and that person that she is magnetic. It's a tough childhood that she grew up in, but ultimately she has only love and forgiveness and has gone on to do incredible things. Well, it's different because instead of spending a lot of time researching it from different angles, like for Room, I had to talk to like 5 different specialists in different areas to try and understand and assemble who Ma was. In this case, I only needed to go to one person, and that was her. It meant having a lot of conversations because, you know, I'm playing her from quite a large scope of her life too, and I wanted to understand her from like her intimately. But it was so great. I loved that it was just as simple as having a conversation, picking up the phone, sending an email.
Well, I do find that Rex is a fascinating guy. I mean, he's definitely a flawed character, but that's kind of what makes him interesting. He loved his kids, which is something I can really relate to. And you know, sometimes he was pretty great at expressing that love, and then other times he had a few issues.
Yeah.
I did talk to Jeanette. You know, I got to see, there's some stuff of him on video. There's some stuff that he wrote. You know, I don't know. I really felt like I had a beat on him pretty quickly. I guess because there are a lot of similarities between us, you know.
I loved our weekends.
We'd all get together on the weekend.
We have these epic, huge dinner parties.
Yeah, yeah. And we'd have picnics in the park, which were great. And it was like great because there were like, you know, 3 sets of kids. So there'd be like, you know, a dozen kids, and well, I guess, you know, some older, some, but it was great having all these kids around. And
It's just a big family,
yeah,
big loud family.
yeah, we definitely made ourselves known wherever we went.
He's just the coolest and the best.
He's such a great, gentle soul, but great notes. Like he'd come and he'd just know exactly what to do, and not like talking on and on with his notes, but just like very precise.
And he's always very calm. That's the part that I'm always, it's that like, those Maui vibes that just run through him. It's like, he's not getting rocked by things, you know? There's a lot of moving parts on a set and a lot of different ways and reasons to get stressed out. And he never does. And he's also very open and very vulnerable himself, which I think just lends to actors being more open too. No, it's our second time.
Now, we worked together on this movie called Rampart that Oren Moverman wrote and directed, and that was an incredible experience because, honestly, the script, if you looked at the original script, it was a lot about this guy was a cop, and there's a lot of things going on his work, and about, there's stuff with these gangbangers, and there was very little to do with the family. But Brie was so great, and she was only like 20. And she came in and she was so great, so strong, had such great ideas and choices, and could improvise in a way that was kind of mind-blowing for how old she was, especially. And, suddenly the script, everything started shifting until the story became more about the family and, well, particularly our relationship in it, Mm-hmm. So it was kind of cool that she, just the force of how great she was, managed to shift the entire movie to a completely different storyline. So
but it was from there
testimony to how great she was. So I knew she was great, and getting to work with her again has just been a dream and a blessing.
And I mean, my side of it is that I had an incredible scene partner, and he was so amazing to work with, and there's just, I don't know, it doesn't happen all the time, but in that film, like the first time we met was in a scene on the set of that movie, and it was immediately like alchemy, and you could tell that there was just like a lot there. And he really like took me under his wing at that time. And I remember after like a day of doing crime scenes together, he came over and like put his arm around me and was like, "Can I make you a smoothie?" And I was like, "I would like that." And that was kind of it. We've been part of each other's lives for a really long time. And so I think it's that love and that vulnerability that we've shared with each other already just really lent itself to this film. We were able to let go very quickly.
Well, I know Brie feels the same way I do. We don't really want to be saying, here's the message you should, that's for whatever anyone picks out of it. But it's something interesting about the book, and also about the movie, that it's, about this family, and everybody who has a family, which is most people, mm-hmm. Can relate to it, and has been powerfully moved by it, and also experience a lot of laughter with it as well. So it's like a cool thing, man, to be a part of this.
Yeah, it
really
is.
Cool.
It is. The power of reflection. I think this is a film about the power of reflection and how we can misunderstand things and lose each other along the way, but ultimately forgiveness brings us back.